What's up YouTube, JCS Customs here, and today we have another video for the 2019 Camaro. Really excited for this one, as I always am. So we got in our MGP, actually MPG brake caliper covers. As you can see here, I will go in detail with these here in a minute, but I'm about to do a magic trick, so let's go ahead and do it. Ta-da, magic. They're now orange and gloss black, and my outfit has changed. So, yeah, good magic trick. But so let's go ahead and sit down and take a look at the specs of this thing, or not really specs, but details. And just realized in my magic trick that my shirt color and the caliper color swapped, orange and yellow to yellow and orange. All right, so these things aren't the cheapest. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with that. A lot of people think they should be about $100 for, aluminum, but they're not. They're more expensive than $100. Go ahead and say that. The big thing that MPG calipers says pretty much everywhere on their site is this is aerospace aluminum. I thought they would be thinner, but I'm actually glad they're not as thin as I thought they'd be. They're actually thicker, and I like that. As you can see, I did not paint the back, but they're pretty thick, and that's tape covering the screws. But I've used my crushed orange car spray paint that I got from Automotive Touch Up and sprayed this. I tried to cut out these letters and stuff so the letters would stay black, as you've seen on the yellow calipers from before. But some of the edges were jaggy and that wasn't working out too good. So I painted it all orange, and I have a fine tip brush and gloss black paint. I came back and hand painted all the bolts and all the letters myself, and it turned out really nice. Just a tip. When you're using a fine tip brush, if the fine tip brush happens to run off onto the orange a little bit, you can take a, what's the word for it? X-Acto knife and lay it flat and just kind of shave very slightly, and it'll take the black off, or whatever color you're using, off the base coat color, and you can't even notice that it did. So just a tip for you. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to get these things on, so let's go ahead and go out and do that. Just realized, obviously, I need to show you all the hardware that comes with it to actually put it on the caliper. So, you get 2 bags, and very conveniently placed in large fronts, let you know this is the front. As you can see, the little nuts are not on these brackets. And for the rear, they are on these brackets already, just to help you kind of distinguish that. Here's the bolts I took off the screws on the calipers themselves for the fronts. Also, I'll show you something. On the back of the calipers, I'll say MGP. It is MGP, man. I think I've been saying MPG this whole time. Oh well, it's MGP. But F, that's for front and front. So, and the rear has an R for rear. The fronts are bigger caliper covers, and the rears are smaller. All right, guys, I'm sorry for this. I just realized this was in my video. I gotta do it, but I got a battery dying in one of my smoke alarms, and it keeps beeping in my video. And if y'all listening to this with headphones, it probably destroyed your eardrum. So I'm sorry about that. Don't sue me. So I just fixed it. So you shouldn't hear that for the rest of the video. Possibly in the next video you will, because I keep forgetting to buy a 9-volt battery. So that can only mean that we're ready to put these bad boys on. So let's go outside and let's take care of that because I'm ready to just see them behind those gloss black wheels. Going to look fantastic, I think. So let's do it. So here's our front caliper. I couldn't show the back calipers because the cover brackets, these things right here, were totally warped, and me and my brother had to end up bending them. So they don't look too good, but I mean, you can see a little bit of this. So we're gonna show the front. So what this does is simply slips right on top of there, just like that. And it bolts down. Where did I put them? Put these clips here. So I really can't do this with one hand, so let me go ahead and put these clips on and I'll show you. That is how they go on. They just slip straight over the things. You see I chipped my paint, but that's okay. Straight over. And then you tighten them down and you look down your rotors and make sure they're not rubbing your, wow, I flipped it. Make sure they're not rubbing your rotors. It is a size 10 millimeter. So let's go ahead and put these bolts on and I'll show you. Tighten down, so if you look, it is not touching the rotor. And let's see, I haven't looked under here yet. Let's see if we can see. And don't look like it's touching the rotor. There you go. You can see we got one on the front. It looks really good. So now we're going to do the other side. Same process.